I'll
like an
do something.
offline.
Okay,
Like
I started
last
recording.
time. I need you to do anything.
Oh, I didn't do it, right? Whatever. All right, I started.
Hey guys, welcome to my second channel.
Okay, that's my intro.
Huh?
Sure.
Oh.
How do you start this? I gotta have an intro now, right?
I guess. I don't know. This is. Are we still titling it? Talk about it.
Hold on.
All right, this is
I gotta look up what the hell I called this thing.
Love the
I think,
professionalism.
I think it was talk about it, like episode 1 or something.
It was talking about it, right?
It's called. No, it's called Talk About That because I wanted it hashtag TBT. Talk about it TBI.
TBT.
All right. Welcome back to the Talk About That podcast. It's been, Jesus Christ, it's been 2 years.
It's been
since
2
we've last.
years.
It's been 2 years. This is episode 2.
It's been
I'm
2
back.
years.
I'm your host, Justin Padilla. I don't know. Am I supposed to say my last name? Yeah,
You also
sure.
have to also say your social security and who your
Sure.
bias is.
117-87-6646. I'm joined by my friend slash co-host. I don't know what you guys are right now. This is only episode 2. Who gives rolls out on episode 2, right? I'm gonna just let you guys
podcast hosts.
Successful podcast.
Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves then. Yeah. I don't
Mad
know.
people
We have-
already.
We have
mad
two.
people
We have
already
2
exited out.
Jasons and a Matt. These are 3 returning guests. How many did we have last time? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Who was? Yeah, who
Five.
did last?
Oh,
We have
it's
an
Jorge. We
additional-
didn't have Jorge.
Yeah, we have an
We didn't have
additional
Jorge.
person. Yeah.
I swear.
So
Vern
there
was
is
there.
this is 4 out of the
New
5
Orleans.
of us from the first episode. I
It was in
wanted to
California.
try and keep this more concise,
A little shorter, a little easier to
a little
consume.
shorter, a little more. Yeah, I think also I found out you can put this on like Spotify now, which I didn't do
Ooh.
last time.
Don't you need like a license for that?
No, I
like, you need
think
to
you
have,
can
like, a
just free
following?
host it on Spotify, which I didn't know we could do. So I guess I'm doing
Does
that
it have to
now.
be classified as a podcast or a song? Because I
I
know
think
people
so.
have like really
Why
hard
would you-
time putting a song.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I just know Ethan has done it. So
No, we can do it then.
all right, yeah. So I'm joined here with Jason number 1, who's right here. Jason number 2,
See, that's not gonna work.
and then
That's
and
not
then
gonna
Matt. and
It's
then Matt.
not.
Well, it works for me. All right. I'm the one editing this. Y'all go wherever I want you to go.
Okay, Daddy.
So first topic, which is like a very new topic as of right now. Matthew's into K-pop.
Welcome.
It's a very new topic. So three out of the 4 of us have been like not diehard, but we're pretty big K-pop fans.
we're knowledgeable.
Dude, I listened to Red Velvet all day today.
Dead ass Red Velvet.
Literally all day today.
Disgusting. One of
Yeah,
us.
I was listening
You're
to a
one
lot
of
Red
us.
Velvet.
That is not the group I expected from you.
I don't know. Well, the songs that you had the songs that Jason and Justin recommended me last night, or was it last night or 2 nights ago? They're like pretty fucking catchy. So then, yesterday when I drove out to Long Island, like we were just listening to Red Velvet, and I'm not sure which album I was listening to, but they're very like versatile, and I get like a lot of like Madonna, Whitney Houston vibes.
Yeah, so
from them,
the
like
thing with
80s
them-
vibes, 90s
The
vibes
thing with
from
them is they have like a duality to their their group. There's there's the red side and then the velvet side. So one side is the like cutesy, like what you think of K-pop girl side, and then there's like a sexy.
and then the hard as shit side. That's
Yeah,
the
like a-
K-pop.
like a-
Those are the
like a
K-pop
s-
songs I like. I like
The sexy
bubbly,
hard shit.
like,
That's what
K-pop,
you're into.
And then the hard shit. Yeah.
See, that's why they're like very versatile. They have like a duality to them, which is like I guess why a lot of people are like fans of them, because like they have a cutesy side and then like a really sexy hard side to them. And yeah, I was like so surprised. Red Velvet I never would have thought Red Velvet.
Can we address? Let's address the first two songs that caught his eye or ears, because let's
What were they
just
again?
Blackpink's Duturu and um what's the other one? Kill This Love,
Kill This
which
Love.
are, by the way, about a year and a half to 2 years old at this point.
Like,
All right. Well,
Well, I mean,
I mean,
again,
this is
it's
just
like,
a recurring theme for Matt.
what?
When he
is-
discovered Mi Gente like 2 years later.
Dude, I can't even put like I think in the title I can't even put like a tune to that song. But I'm sure I know it. Like I'm sure I know it when I hear it.
oh man, because it's like I don't know. Me and Jason, the Lagayu, we have been K-pop fans for like a while.
and
And
then I've
and
been
Sing
a
Sin, he's
fan
been like
since,
he's like a sleeper.
I'm like a veteran,
fan.
yeah.
He's like a
I've been,
sleeper
like,
fan.
on
He
it,
like
yeah.
he started then like hid. And then
Because
hid.
I'm like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was
And
I
then,
was,
like-
I was in it back in 2008, 2009, 2010, and then lost interest because white people tried to accuse me of being too Asian. So I'm just like, I must assimilate.
That's why.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what the fuck are you listening to? And that's why I had to compensate by fucking religiously listening to Kanye West and all hip hop, which, not gonna lie, which also benefited me in terms of learning about music culture. But it did cost me having to sacrifice K-pop. And then a couple years ago, when both of you are starting to indulge and absorb this sinful music.
Oh my god.
Sinful.
I was like, I must
I don't know about
resist.
that.
I must resist and must not give up to this sinful music. But Etsy made me do it, and I started listening to it again.
Yeah, it's surprising what you guys, or like which groups get you into K-pop, because like Matt especially, you have. I don't know how to even describe your music taste. Like you listen to fucking John Mayer.
I don't. Yeah, like my music taste is like the most.
Very soulful, I think.
It's different from your guys, which is why like I'm white.
It's like
K-pop fan, but
so
yeah, I
left
listen to like
field
fucking
that
like
you're even
like blues and
here
country
now.
music and like acoustic music, and then yeah, so.
At first, we thought. I personally thought you were trolling. I'm
Dude,
like, okay, this
I
guy,
seriously
this
thought he
guy-
was trolling. When he first came up with, yo, y'all heard this song and it's fucking Blackpink's fucking.
Kill
No,
This
Kill This
that was
Love?
no. That was a troll. That was a troll because it was like, it was more of like a.
Okay, yeah,
yo,
that was a troll,
I'm listening
but, like-
K-pop now.
Yeah, but remember when we went to Portland, Oregon, Matt? I played Toys' Yes or Yes in the car, and you're like, "Yo, this is kind of a bop." But then like nothing ever like grew out of that until like now, basically.
He got
I
a
needed
hint.
time
He got
to
a hint
hibernate.
of the. A hint of the.
Because that's all I see on Kids Bop. It's just Korean
Kids
chick
Bop.
after Korean chick.
Just to
after
clarify,
Korean chick.
Kids Bop is our Discord chat channel for dropping music. Any
Kids
music
Bop
that we like.
Infinite. Kids Bop
Yeah.
Infinite.
Not like Kids Bop 975 or something.
Yeah, what
yeah,
are we
and
on?
then
They still
and
doing
then
that
Sam
shit?
started listening K-pop
Oh, no.
too. But she was listening to she listens to BTS. She really likes BTS. I tried listening to them.
Is she a
I
BTS
don't know,
army?
No, yeah,
What?
BTS is probably what got, because like I was kind of like Jason, where I listened to like Big Bang and all these like older groups, but then I stopped. But it wasn't because I was like afraid of anything. It was more so there was nothing. There was
I
nothing.
was afraid
like,
for my life, and you're mocking me.
No, but like no, I'm just saying there was
Man.
nothing good out at the time that really kept my interest.
Yeah, I would say
to,
like this
to
generation.
stay, to stay
this
in there
generation
until
of K-pop
like
is
BTS and
very
Twice
much-
came out. I was like, all right, yeah, K-pop, Big
Yeah,
Bang
it
was
did
cool
have- yeah.
for like a minute, but then like nothing kept me in it.
It did have some kind of hiatus, though, I think, because I remember like towards, not necessarily I didn't stop listening to it. Like the hype kind of just went down, because I know that, at least based on my awareness, based on what I know of, is that like Super Junior and Big Bang, on all of them, like went to the military, and they only just got out like a couple years ago.
Oh
Even
right, yeah.
Some of them, like G Dragon and TOP, were like I was like the biggest fan, and then they were still releasing songs in like 2012, 2013. And then after they went to the military, everything kind of just went down, and it kind of low key went on hiatus until like 2018 when Big Bang came out, or at least going up, and then Twice as well.
Yeah.
I
That's
would also
me,
say it's
yeah.
also the kind of the evolving change in like what's considered pop for
Mhm.
music in general. Like early,
Yeah, the internet,
early 2000s,
you know, this stuff-
early
This
2000s
stuff's just
would
like
be
more
like
easily accessible now.
yeah, early 2010s would be closer to like EDM, like mainstream, like big room EDM. But then come like 2014 or whatever, trap really starts to take off with, you know, Migos,
Rap.
Migos,
Yeah.
Drake. So like trap becomes like the new like in sound with like
The evolution.
triplet sounds and like that syncopation, and I think like that like becoming more popular, as well as, you know, just like it's finally time for a new generation of producers, new generation of talent. This is like, kind of like what they're listening to, and it's like advent of like Instagram, TikTok, like all these other social media apps definitely like kind of changed it all.
I mean, if you really want to go deep into it, it's just like the accessibility, also like just the accessibility of like streaming platforms and the popularity of Spotify and iTunes. And like back then, it's like it's known for you to like even in 2010, you're known to like pirate music because it was like you're not gonna fucking pay for iTunes $5 per song or something. So it was back then. It's like you wanted to get music, and then it's just abundance of music, and platforms kind of just changed the way you perceive listening to music and how you can access it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can't comment on like the history of K-pop because K-pop just existed to me for like a week. But like,
2 days.
if I
Like
were
2
to
days.
like, if I were to like take a guess, like, I feel like, yeah, K-pop. I don't know. This is whatever. Take it with like a grain of salt, because like I haven't like I didn't follow K-pop until like recently. But like, I feel like it sort of just like gained popularity sort of with the explosion of the internet in like the past like not couple of years, but
Mhm.
yeah, with recently with social media and the accessibility of the internet like blowing up, everyone has access to foreign
Media.
music, foreign media,
Yeah.
or just like non-Western,
Mhm.
culture.
Yeah.
Um,
But the real question now is, are we gonna see you at a concert? Are you gonna
I was
drop
thinking about it
money
the other day.
Are
I was
on a
like,
concert?
going?
damn, I could have seen twice in Japan.
Ooh!
I was like, god damn, I probably should
For
have.
the record,
should've.
for the record, that was also me.
Yo,
I told
that
him
was
that
Jason.
twice.
You could have seen
performing
twice.
6 times in Japan
holy shit!
in the time that he was there.
I was like, damn.
Oh
Shoulda, coulda,
man,
woulda.
Yeah, are we going to the next ITZY concert?
Oh,
When is
whatever
the-
that
There
is.
ain't,
Did
there ain't
they
gonna be
have-
I
no
don't know, but they
concert
have
for,
more
like,
music
another
now in
year or
comparison to
something.
when they toured last year. And they only had like
True.
3-4 songs. Now they have 3
True.
albums.
Yeah.
Damn, they released 3 albums in 1 year.
No, they've been 2 years.
I wouldn't call them
year and a half.
albums.
are
Mostly,
they like them? They're like mini
LPs.
albums.
They're like 8
LPs,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're like 6
Oh,
songs.
EPs, yeah.
5-6 songs.
a lot of
Like technically Twice has only released 2 albums.
like
I think.
full albums.
But that's
yeah,
enough
like
to
what's
like.
considered a studio album is
But that's enough to
Twice the Gram.
fill out
and
an entire
the other
show,
one.
though.
Yeah, I noticed like looking through all these like different K-pop groups, like they all have like so many just like singles or like EPs and not really any full like albums.
No,
Is there,
so
like,
the reason
What's the
for
reason
that,
of that?
I don't
Is
really,
that like a
I don't know
is
if
that
there's
a
like a
YG
real reason.
Entertainment thing?
No, but
Wait,
it's
what?
all to promote, like just like re-promote the band. They release like a song, and it's usually like a title track, like just the big track on their album or mini album, whatever they have coming up, and they just use that to promote the rest of their stuff, like whatever they're doing. For that year or the quarter.
Same thing goes with like Western artists. Like people release like bangers of singles, and then like that's how they promote actual albums, which have those singles.
I think that's just becoming a trend recently of artists
Mhm.
just releasing singles instead of full-length albums or like EPs.
Yeah. The album format is just like dropping in popularity. Whether that's just I mean, there's more than just a creative thing about it, but like a money aspect too.
It's
Yeah.
a
Song
speed thing.
streams more often
Well,
than they
Wouldn't
make more money.
Wouldn't that also
The
just
speed of
be
consumption.
because the media or the medium has changed? Like now you can just get the individual song
Yeah,
rather
yeah,
than
exactly.
having
That
to
was also-
buy the
That's
CD.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like but now that no one's doing it, you also just creatively feel like you don't want to make an album per se. Like, oh, I can just make 3 songs and just drop it as a mini EP or
The
something.
speed, and the rate and the accessibility of consumption, which kind of like goes back to like the whole like how easy it is to just stream it, and you know it's the more you listen to it, the more they produce. The demand is high.
Okay, so that was like a teaser top. The real topic was
Look
like,
at the real top.
When are you
What
gonna
could this
memorize the
segue
dance
be?
steps? When are you gonna memorize the dance steps? That's when you
dance
know.
step? What are you talking
Oh,
about? Oh my god. Oh, you're talking to him.
That's all. That's all I know. That's all I
Oh
know.
man. No, but it was you know, so a lot's fucking happened in 2 years, but a lot more has actually happened in the past like
2
3
months.
3 months
Dude, I
than has
completely
happened in the
disagree.
past like 2 years.
I think nothing happened in the last 3 months.
Really?
Bro, it felt like 4
Okay.
years, bro.
That's true. That's true. A lot
It
and
felt
a lot
so
of nothing
fucking
has
long.
happened.
That's
But-
that's what happened. A lot of
Yeah.
nothing.
Fucking-
It's nothing yet so loaded.
So
A
like
lot of nothing personally, a lot of lots for like on a societal level kind of thing.
the main
hell
reason why
yeah.
we're doing this on Discord is because, you know, we have a pandemic going on.
You acting like I didn't.
I was just not gonna admit
Yeah,
that we saw each other last week and got pizza.
Shh. Yo, you can't be telling people that. Yo, now they're judging us.
We got pizza and it was pretty good.
Well, hey, we're
It was
in
pretty
New
good.
York, where you know.
We're no longer the epicenter.
No, it's
No,
Florida
where is
now,
it?
I think.
Florida? I thought it was Arizona.
I
or
thought it was
something.
Arizona. I think it's
I
Arizona.
think it's Arizona.
One of those.
It's
Not
one
New
of the
York though.
the heat, the really hot states, because
Which kind of goes like the opposite way because they're like, oh, it's gonna be summer, the virus is gonna die, and then now
yeah,
it's the
right. I was
hottest
like, what
fucking
happened to
places
that?
Are the
Like,
ones
the
that
hell? But you know, so what is like one thing you said you were gonna do, but you like haven't done for this like quarantine?
Haven't.
Yeah.
very-
It's like something you wanted to do or like said you were definitely going to do, but just straight up haven't.
I feel
I
like it's a
feel
thing
attacked.
of consistency, though.
I can
Oh,
think
so you're
of
just not
two.
consistent
Me
with something?
personally, I don't know, cause like,
What weren't you consistent with?
well, like it's quarantine, right? Like you have nothing to do, so like you have all this free time to. So, well, I mean, this is personally all this free time to do like things that you've always wanted to do. And I've told myself like, and I was like fairly consistent like in the beginning of it, like baking, cooking, doing like making pizza, baking bread. I think, and I started off strong, but I mean,
I feel
I
like
think a
that's
lot of people have started
yeah,
off
it's like a
strong.
lot of people. Then you
yeah,
just
I
get
think it's just like a
bored.
consistent thing. It's just a
Yeah.
consistency thing of like not like what did you not get around to do, but what did you say you're going to do, but like not fully like
Not fully
follow
commit
through
to
with
it. Yeah.
or commit to it.
Mhm. Yeah, so
mean,
I guess
yeah.
could we rephrase the question as that? What
Wait,
did
what?
you set out to do, and
Or
you
set
don't
out to
think
do?
you at
Yeah.
least set out and like did you at least meet the expectations you had for
Or
yourself?
how did you fail yourself during quarantine?
I mean, yeah, for
Sure.
me, all right.
How
so
much of a
for, like,
disappointment are you?
the way I
to yourself.
the way I would answer the question was like, I had all these things that I was like, okay, I have tons of fucking free time. Well, I usually always have a lot of free time because I don't do anything with my life. But I definitely have not been productive with that free time whatsoever. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sleep more. I'm gonna work on these projects. I sleep even less than I used to, and definitely didn't even touch those projects. Now I just
Yeah,
sleep
I mean,
till, like,
for me,
fucking
like
8.
I think something that I said I would do, but I definitely did not do it at all was to be as physically active as like safely possible while at home. But I
We
definitely
ran
do-
for one day.
Dude,
Well, it's also like
we
I just
got
like, know
sore
myself.
and
The
it
kind of
stopped.
exercising that I like to do and the exercising that
dude,
is available for me is not the same. Like I like
the
stuff that
hike.
requires like gym equipment, and I like doing like lifting, squats, that kind of stuff. And running is fine, but it's just like not like what I really enjoy when I say I like to be like physically active. So that's for
Yeah.
me what I definitely did not get to do.
Kind of similar too. I ran for a month straight every night, and then my knee started acting up, and I was like, I'm gonna take a break, and then the break became like
Yeah.
permanent.
Yeah.
I did stay consistent. I did stay consistent with my my fasting, my intermittent fasting, but I stopped last week, and when I stopped, bro, kid you not, I gained 10 pounds in 1 week.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
that-
you were telling me this
Is
before.
that possible?
Yeah, I gained 10. Well, because I was probably smoking, and I was also not really being productive at all in comparison to like the past 3-4 months. I also tried to learn Baybayin, which is Filipino native script. I was consistent for 1 month, and then I kind of stopped, and then pretty much it.
Yeah, same. I told myself I was gonna uh, pick up French again, and I did.
Oof.
I studied it for like probably like a month, consistently for a month. But
And now you picked up JavaScript. It's a
and now I
different kind of
picked up
language.
Java. Now I picked up
Ooh.
JavaScript. I don't know. It's
Ooh.
difficult like learning like
You're
a
gonna start
language.
learning Korean soon too.
It's difficult not learning language one without like
A
without having
classroom?
anyone else holding me accountable.
Oh, yeah.
like
Oh,
a
yeah,
teacher and like
yeah.
tuition.
That is
And it's
that is
also,
like
like-
true of anything.
It's what we
It's
call
also not
assessment.
Yeah, it's also not as like fun or like interesting or captivating like studying from a book. You know, I don't know. Well, you could definitely study like French online, which is probably the better thing to do, just because like being able to read French, speak French, and listen to French are like all very very different
They're
things.
super different. Super
They're
different.
they're very different. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember learning. So I took like one
Croissant.
semester of French, and reading French was like pretty easy for me, just because I could read it at like my own pace and just understand at my own pace. But then we'd also have like labs where we have to go into like a computer lab to do like an online thing where you like watch a video and then like you listen to people
Record
talk and you
yourself?
have to like no, you don't really record yourself, but you have to like you listen to a conversation and then you have to like I don't know, either finish the conversation or like interpret the conversation. But it's like, bro, even this is like literally like French 101 of basics of French, and they're already talking mad fast, and I'm lost as fuck. I'm just like, oh man, I need like kindergarten French. Like I don't know what the hell I'm listening to right now.
Legit, like if you listen to like if you listen to what someone's saying and there's like a subtitle for it like in French, you're like they don't fucking pronounce like half of the sentence. It's like where
Yeah,
do
that's
all
what I
these
keep telling.
words go?
I'm like, yo, French, y'all just drop like the last half of every word.
You just
Yeah,
give
and then
up
that's
on it.
well,
like-
yeah, but also in conversational French, like you drop a lot of, I don't know the correct word term for them, but like you do end up dropping like a lot of words.
Conjugation.
Not conjugations, but don't
Whatever's at the end of it. Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know what it's
Croissant.
called,
I don't know.
but that
Croissant.
shit so
Croissant.
hard.
What's wrong, Jimmy Coo? Is it that
But,
you're craving my croissant?
Wait, so are you both? Wait, why exactly are you learning like JavaScript?
Who are you talking to? Me? Pat?
No,
Both
Matt.
of you, yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nice.
Well,
Maybe
I mean,
it's
I hope
like-
it's
I
at least
mean-
because you want to do it. Because then at that point,
Yeah,
then
yeah. No, definitely. Just to open up my options, like for a career
Oh, okay.
later down the line, because
No, I thought you were like going after an opportunity. Or-
no, not right now.
It's a
'cause,
resume
like,
builder, though.
Because I'm already working right now, but like.
but
what
you're
I'm doing
hoping
right now is
to like lead into that opportunity at some point, maybe.
not necessarily if that may
Just have it in your belt.
yeah, it's just so I can like have opportunities, like I have
Right.
options down the line,
Okay.
because what if I don't end up liking what I'm doing right now, then
Yeah.
I can pivot towards a different career, which I think is the case with most people in
A
coding.
lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the people I meet, and I've talked about this before. It's like a lot of the people I meet on set, on film sets and stuff. A lot of them usually came from like a computer science background, which is always interesting to me because I thought, not that I was unique, but that I was like, I had like a unique choice in going from computer science to like film production and stuff. But then like, you meet all these people and they're like, oh yeah, like I used to be in that, and then I switched, and I'm like, oh, so is this like a
I think it
a
also
film
plays
thing?
into like our general age range. Like we're all still relatively like entering fields, and for some people that they would be in it for a relatively short amount of time, and you know you would expect to see a like someone that's like like making a career pivot or career change, and like, even that's true like of like our age group in general. Just we don't really stick to one category for the rest of our lives, so to speak. Like even for me, so like I want to move into software engineering full time, and I'm trying to do a software engineering boot camp. And I mean, the general story, like for like probably 90% of everyone that goes to those is career changers. Like they weren't satisfied with what they were doing, and they're trying to do something else. And feel like they're generally like late 20s and early 30s, which is kind of like all of us. So yeah, I don't know.
Shoot, what was I gonna say? What do you think? Is it like, do you think they just didn't get the opportunities with what they initially were trying to do, and that's why they're moving into like doing these boot camps and stuff, or are they just seeing
Maybe
Are they just seeing that this
it's
is
like
a major
combination.
option now? Like, oh, this is a field that like makes bank.
I think
was
that's
gonna
like
say,
the main
definitely
thing
both.
that like motivates people to like you make money. Though on the flip side, I could see like when you like you said like you're encountering people on sets or other productions, and like these people had well-paying jobs. But I think it's more about like financial security. Like so for people like doing these boot camps, you could genuinely like absolutely like love and adore coding, and like that's like your life calling or passion or whatever. For other people it's just like security, so it allows you to do something that you want to do. And perhaps like the people that are moving into like film or something, I mean, I don't know, everyone's situations are unique, but like like because they were able to like reap the benefits of even if it was a short-term software engineering career, they probably have like money saved up to be able to afford like a decrease in yearly income or whatever. So I think it's like I think that's like the main thing, kind of just like when you don't have to worry as much about money, it lets you kind of pursue like other interests and like let you explore what you think is gonna make you happy.
That's kind of how I see film. Whenever you meet people who are in film and stuff, you, for the most part, you understand, they're not in this for the money. Like, what? You don't make money as a fucking filmmaker. You're like,
Yeah.
you make $0. All the money you make goes back into making more films and shit, or just like reinvesting back into yourself and stuff.
Right.
So like every time you meet people on film sets, it's because they're like actually like passionate or like actually want to do something in that like industry. Because like, and then for like someone to switch from like comp sci to film is like bro, you went from like making, I don't know, 6 figures or whatever the fuck, to like living like paycheck to paycheck barely on like gripping on someone's like student film or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I feel like that's a weird pivot. Like usually, yeah, like Jason said, usually it's a pivot from like less like a career that offers less financial security to computer science, or software engineering, which provides a lot of financial security. So it's like, why, I guess, would people? You said it's so like common to meet people on set who have
And
transitioned from like coding to film. Why is that the case?
Uh,
I mean, for me, like what I think is like at the end of the day, we are like people trying to be happy, and this is obviously like a different thing for each person. But you know, like happiness is like more valuable than like money to
Money.
an extent. Like obviously you need money to like feed yourself and shelter yourself, but if you know that you can provide yourself with that, and at least for some people, yeah, they're willing to take less money if that means they're gonna, if their happiness level increases.
Yeah,
like,
sometimes it's
a
not even
lot.
about happiness. Sometimes it's just the mere satisfaction and the achievement that you get. Maybe that will make you happy, but some people like, sometimes like you go through something that is really hard, and at the end of it, you're happy because you are satisfied and you achieved and you finish something like that. And I feel like
yeah.
that's like for me, like when like pre-COVID, I was a barista, and although it's not necessarily the happiest job because you still face people who are like fucking annoying as shit, but you're satisfied because one, you were able to properly provide yourself with like the money that you need financially, the community that you are around because of like specialty coffee and all that stuff, and the friends that you make while working there, the customers, like the coworkers and all that. Like you're satisfied and thus making you happy. Sometimes it's not necessarily ending up in happiness, but I think that's one of those things.
Yeah, like that was kind of my main reasons for switching from after doing it for like 2 years in school. I was like, okay, yes, I could pursue this as a career. Like, I would probably be happy with doing it, but like, I don't think I would be happy for long because it's a very like, not
It's a different
boring.
ca-
It's like
career.
it's a different.
I mean,
And
like,
like, I just
yeah, it's a
wanted to
different
be.
career
I
compared to
wanted to
like,
be creative. Like, and
yeah.
while there are creative aspects to like computer science and stuff, it's like problem solving. Film is very much problem solving. Also, there's a lot of like shit will always go wrong on a set,
Mhm.
and all of that is problem solving. But it's like it's a different way, like version of, or a different way of just problem solving.
Yeah.
And
It's the same, yeah.
and that's
Similar
that's
I think
that's
like
the main reason
just like
why.
any of like the actions we take, it's just like risk versus reward. Even if something is higher risk, if we think the reward is high enough,
Mhm.
then we just go for it. I mean, so yeah, for me, like I got offered my job back, and I know I wouldn't be making as much as pre COVID-19, but it would be more secure than, or it would be more than nothing, right? So
Mhm.
I am taking like a risk in the sense of now my income is literally $0 per month.
Mhm.
So, but I'm hoping that this will pay off in the future. I mean, like, so that, yeah, that's like basically anything. Like you, whether it's your time, your money, or something else, that you're just like taking on more risk, but in the hopes that it works out in the end. And generally speaking, as long as your goals, I think, are like reasonable, like you're just trying to improve yourself and you're not like trying to hurt anybody or anything like that, it can work out as if you put the work into it. Like, you don't expect it to be easy, but it can work out. Maybe not the way you expect it, but
Something to gain from any
opportunities, yeah.
experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So I think like that for me, just I got a little bit too complacent, I think, at what I was doing, and maybe it's not a good thing, but I mean, it took like a global pandemic to convince me, like, oh, maybe I should do something more different.
Bro, honestly,
But I
that's
think that's like a wake up
fucking
call for a
me.
lot of people. Like,
No,
it's
it is.
kind of
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
literally like a second chance at doing,
something else.
something else, because
Yeah,
like
actually,
literally
now
we're
that I
hit
think
by a
about
global
it-
pandemic.
That's
We're
me, yeah.
faced with like death. So
yeah.
it's
Now
like,
that I think about it,
it's-
all
it-
three of
it-
you are like
Going through transition.
you're transit like because all three of you were like baristas before all this. Matt was
Well,
slowly transitioning out. He was like
yeah,
basically
I already
on his
transitioned
way.
into-
He's basically already an engineer, but you know, you two, I was always like, huh, because like you guys have degrees in like you have a finance degree, Jason, or
Econ.
economics,
Econ.
econ,
Yeah.
and the other Jason has
Education
a,
and history.
education.
And don't
and history.
forget. Never.
And Black
never
Studies.
mind.
I'm three.
He's 3.
And I'm
Alright.
unemployed.
But like, yeah, and then like, I don't know, but like right after school, y'all decide to like do coffee for a bit, which is like always,
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom would be like, "The fuck, you should be
Fucking
like
living.
diving head
that's
first
like, that's
into
like any
whatever."
immigrant Asian parent, or even like you know uh sorry, just lost my train of thought.
But sometimes it's like, well, at least like just based on our experiences, like immigrant parents want you to do what they wish they could have done, and
Yeah,
obviously, like it's coming from the heart, like for the most part, like they want you to like achieve more than they did, because technically speaking, that's what usually happens generation after generation, specifically for immigrants. So for them to see that you are achieving something from a lower tier, such as a barista or a sales associate, for them is kind of like a smack in the face, saying, "Oh, we tried so hard for us to survive in this country, and then bring you here, and then you're just gonna end up wasting your life."
Or
So-
alternatively, maybe I don't know. There's an argument that goes. It just like shows because like I will always be grateful, like, you know, for my mom, and like be in that I was able to explore my, you know, my hobbies after college and work as a barista, you know, and yeah, so like maybe it speaks lengths that, like, to me as like the child of an immigrant parent, like, oh, she, you know, my mom like supports this, you know, so it's like, oh shit, like I have something to be like eternally grateful for, you know,
Mhm.
because a lot of people don't get this opportunity, you know, especially like
right.
a lot of people like nowadays are like getting fucking kicked out to the curb when they turn 18, you know, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally lucky enough that my dad kind of accepted it. It did take a little bit while, but like I know deep down that like he trusted me, because like I would provide him what he truly like needed, like for me to like finish school and like properly like support myself. And after that, he didn't really care what he wanted for me. So I was able to live on my own since I was 18 years old and finish college on my own, and he was pretty satisfied with that. But I feel like it would have been definitely like different if I didn't achieve those two. But yeah, they kind of just like go back is it's the career choice has been a little bit weird now, especially like
and
pre-COVID.
and
or
then there's
post-COVID.
me, you know, still having to convince my mom to. That's a topic for another day.
Ooh, this is a little heavy, bro.
That's a topic for
God.
another day. That's
I-
episode 3 if that ever
I
comes out.
felt that too.
But on all right, a semi-related note. Okay, I don't know. All right, this is a hard segue. I think when was this? Like 2 weeks ago.
Segue to our sponsor. No, we have no sponsors.
Oh, we do have a sponsor.
This podcast is
It's,
sponsored by
it's,
Google.
It's
Just
brought
kidding.
to you by
It'd be
you know,
so rich.
Honey Nut Filios, our friend
Sponsored by 368.
Erica Moon makes.
Well, now you
stickers.
just have to cut that part out of
yeah,
it.
They're gonna take that shit.
You're
They're
gonna
gonna take our shit down.
No, so a couple weeks ago, I don't know how we got onto this topic. We were like, I was just asking you guys, like, oh, how do you guys get into your high school? Like,
What do you mean?
I was just like, I was
phys-
just
oh,
like-
physically.
yeah, like, do you have to swipe in or beep a card or whatever the heck? And then like,
I still have my ID.
I just
did
started
you get
thinking. I was like, what did you guys do?
I just walked.
Like after school, cause like, I don't know what kind of neighborhoods you guys lived in, or like what neighborhoods your school was in or whatever. But for me at least, Bay Ridge is pretty suburb-ish, and so
Yeah, I mean, for me,
there's
I
there's
went
kind
to,
of a lot to do.
It's outskirts city.
yeah, I went to high school in Astoria, so it was very like all just like houses, and I mean there was like a main street of like
Well, St. John's is like in the very
north
or not
west
St.
corner
St.
of
Was it?
yeah St. John's.
St.
It was
John's, yeah. It's
Like
in the
dox
really
me.
residential, yeah,
Did
the
you see
really
Record
residential
from there?
parts of Astoria.
Yeah. There. I mean, there was like a couple main streets, and like you can easily, get like a slice of pizza or coffee or food or whatever. But because we would all like pretty much everybody in that school like commuted, you would just like take the train and go somewhere else, whether that's like somewhere near home or like on the way, like Queen Center Mall or something.
That free subway ride.
I remember, like I think it was like the first week of high school. I didn't have any friends, so I have a very fond memory of going home, making myself cup noodles, and sitting down like literally right in front of the TV on the floor and watching Totally Spies.
On your first day of high school?
Like my first week of high school. Yeah,
Totally Spies.
Totally Spies, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
where did you
something
go to high
weird.
school?
Totally Spies is like
I went to
come up
Cardozo.
recently.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's like
Spies.
reemerged. Yeah. Like I've been seeing YouTube videos about it. I'm like, what the fuck? Is someone just posting the full-on episodes on YouTube now? But
We watched those.
wait,
Totally
so and then Jason, you guys are in fucking bumblefuck. Do you guys take a school bus? I don't remember.
Suburbs of America.
I had a school bus,
Cheese
and
bus.
the school
But,
bus.
but what did you guys do after school? Do you guys take that back to like town, or I don't know what the fuck you guys
do. Some people do.
Back to
Most people
town.
drive.
Town?
Back
Like
to the farms.
we have, yeah, we have 3 parking lots. One of them was meant for students, one were for faculty, and one for like special like sports events. Because my high school is the epitome of a suburban American high school, where it literally reflects like High School Musical. And all they care about is sports and theater and yeah, maybe academics, but they don't get money from that. But that's how they really like perceived like the school life. But yeah, we took the bus. A lot of us would do after school. Like I did a lot of like after school shit. We get a lot of funding for theater, so I was in theater for 4 years. I was also an athlete. I did whatchamacallit? I did rowing crew for 4 years.
right?
And
That's why you built like a big bean.
That's why a big bean, a big bean.
Oh
No,
my
but
God.
that and I also did a lot. I started a club with my best friend in high school. We did Eastern Culture Society, and it's basically a bunch of Asians, and by Asians I mean like all 5 of us, because out of 3,000 kids, it was just like 6, maybe 7 Asian kids, and like that one black girl who's like really into anime.
Wait, really? You
Oh,
only have
that
6
black
Asian
girl
kids
who's
in your
really
entire
into
school?
anime.
Yeah, we have an anime club. We had an anime club too.
No, wait, but you got there were only 6 Asians in your entire school,
Yeah, well, that's like an exaggeration, but like barely.
or your graduating class, or whatever.
No, my
your
entire high
year?
school only had like maybe 10.
Oh wow, Jesus.
Mhm. So if you're Asian, like you're known. That's why when I was
How many
fresh off
Asians?
the boat, I was fresh off the boat. Like they knew who I was because I was fresh. I barely spoke English,
Hmm.
and like my username back then was the Filipino Ninja, and I did
It still
taekwondo.
is.
It
What are you
still
talking
is,
about?
bro.
Oh, yeah,
you mean
It
back
still
then?
is.
What the
What you mean? I changed it, bro. I'm grown.
You changed that shit
Hey,
like
that's
last
not as
week,
Insta
bro.
anymore. It's not as Insta anymore. But
Not anymore, bro. It's Jayla Singson because I'm
Jayla
grown.
Singson.
But
Uh,
yeah, and there were 2 Korean kids, and they dated each other. So Annabelle
Are they still-
Lee.
are they
So
still
what does this
together?
have to do with the question?
I don't know, but Asians.
Wait,
What
okay,
was the
well-
question?
these I don't know what the kind of
Oh,
answers I was
absolutely.
expecting, but
Well, to be fair, only Jason actually answered the question. Matt and I just talked about our high schools in general.
No, I told
Yeah,
you what I
it's
did
school
after
buses.
school.
he,
I went home and
Oh,
wait,
like
but
the
you did that
fast-
all 4 years?
yeah, Loki.
Low key, damn.
But like the last year,
What?
he was with Olivia.
Loki.
Like
Of
first
high school.
freshman year for me, I really didn't do anything. Sophomore year is when I joined stage crew, which is just like the backstage part of
Theater.
drama. I did lighting first year, and then I stayed each subsequent year, and I did sound junior and senior year.
Yo, I
Then he
did
became a
sound too.
DJ.
Wiki still whack.
I did 2 years of sounds and 2 years of stage managing.
Huh. I don't know. I don't know why. I expected y'all to be like, cause so my school we had a football field. We had like a field outside of my school and like handball courts. So like after
How
school,
many?
you either like, just one football field, technically two baseball fields, or like a baseball field and a softball field on the other side. But boy, please.
And a golf course.
But nah, I don't know. You either like chilled on the field for like I don't know till like sundown or whatever, or you went, cause like the thing about the neighborhood is like it's kind of like close to the train, so you can like leave the area and be anywhere else pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But like there was also like a I don't even know how to describe it. What do you call those areas that are just like a bunch of stores? Like
There's like a main
Like a
street.
main street or like a
main,
plaza.
yeah, there was like a plaza type area,
Yeah.
which is where the train was, and so like we all kind of
Like a
just
strip
hung
mall?
out there, like everyone just being degenerates on like the second floor of McDonald's in the corner, you know. Everyone, that's basically what we did. And also I was thinking about this. I was like, how not popular, but like how cool, I don't know how to act. Yeah, just how cool were you guys back in high school, or like how, and if you were, how did you become cool, or why were you not cool?
I mean,
Like, how would you rate your coolness in school?
I went straight home and ate cup noodles every day for 4 years, so that's mine.
I'd
For
say that was
me-
probably
Oh,
my first
no.
month. I was like that for like a good month of high
I
school.
don't know.
And then,
We
like,
didn't really have like a necessarily like
A tier.
cool clique. I think
hierarchy?
everyone just thought that was fucking whack. Or like everyone was generally cool with each other.
Wait,
but maybe that's
didn't you have a
maybe that's
small
just
class?
evidence. Yeah, dude, my graduating class is I believe 210
Oh my
students.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's-
my graduating
that's-
class was like
Yeah, so like
1,000 kids.
we all like
Yeah,
we
I
all
had, like,
basically
1,000
knew
kids.
each other, even if it was just
I
like
had
surface
600.
level. So it's like it was just more of like what you were known to do in school. So like if you were on this team or this group or whatever, I was a fucking nerd. So I was like, oh, he's one of the honors kids. Because like all the honors kids like took literally all the classes together. So
Mhm.
like
Yeah, me
we,
too.
we
yeah.
basically took high school like for the 4 years all together.
Yeah.
And then you know, other people would be like, oh, like they do a sport or a different club. But yeah, since the all the groups were, I mean, each like graduating class was so small, there was never really like a social clique. But I mean, there were cliques obviously, but like not like a hierarchy or anything like that. Because I think if anyone was like did that, like you would have just been shunned. Like that shit's fucking whack.
I think I was a representative of the lower tier. Like, I wasn't as popular or like poppin' as like the white boys and the white girls in the football team and the cheerleading team, but I was like the representative of the minorities, the handful of
Huh.
yeah. So it was like I knew of everyone, but people knew like way more than half of the class, like the entire school knew me. And it's not even like a flex, but it's just like people kind of just knew me because I was a distinctive person.
Yeah, I think I kind of fall into that category, but more so because, so,
I was friends with the nerds.
high school, everyone at my high school kind of also came from other public middle schools, so everyone knew each other to begin with.
Yeah.
Or like everyone just knew who each other was because they came from the same middle school. But me, I came from a private middle school, so I didn't know anybody.
And it wasn't
like-
even in New York City, right? Or was
No,
it?
it was. It
okay.
was.
Oh, it was Sunset. No,
No, it was also in Bay Ridge. It was Genesis at Xaverian. But like, you know, if you go from if you went, everyone who went from there went on to like another private high school, and then I just went straight to Fort Hamilton, and then I think I became like cool, but not really cool. I don't know how to describe what the hell I was, cause like
You had clout.
I had some sort of clout
before we
somehow.
knew what clout was.
Because like I was like only really cool because no one knew who the fuck I was. They'd just be like, you know, everyone's like, oh, they're
You're
like the
that
Krista
kid.
McAuliffe kids,
You're
or these
that-
are the IS 188 kids, and then there's me. They're like, who the fuck is this kid? And then
Same.
like, and then I'm also like, they also just couldn't tell what the hell I was. They're like, is he Filipino? Is he Indian? Like, and so like everyone's just curious as to what I was, and I think that's what made me cool. It's like just pure curiosity. It's like, who the fuck is this kid?
At one point, there were only 3 Filipinos in my high school. It was Faye and Carmela and me, and they were both my best friends.
Yeah, before
What are
college, like I
Filipinos?
thought we were a rare breed. There were like
Filipinos?
No,
there were a lot
knew-
of Asians though. There were a lot
No,
of Asians.
I
So
knew
hard to
I knew
explain
that there were
why-
Filipinos, but like I knew that I was just not at the schools that like they went to. at
The
least.
fucked up. The weird thing is, there were cool Filipinos in my high school, but they were all older than me, so I couldn't really like hang with them.
Mhm.
Like they knew
Yeah.
who I was, because one time I had gym with this one guy. I forget what the heck his name was, but he was on the soccer team, and low key, dude was like hot as fuck. Not even gonna lie, dude was hot as fuck.
Can hit
On the
flip you like
soccer
a-
team, he's like fit as fuck too. I was like, god damn. And he talked to me and he's like, oh, you're Filipino, what's up, boy? And then like, I was like, oh shit, am I
I'll
in?
never watch your band again.
I was like, am I in? And then like, and he had like a hot sister, and then like they were like a popular Filipinos, but they were older than me, so I couldn't really like fuck with them.
It was
But-
Reburn.
Wait, Reburn has a hot sister?
Robert doesn't know.
Where's she been all my life?
Oh, I wonder if Robert knows them.
Oh, I almost said something. I would have regretted it.
Boy, but it was weird because what's it called? Like for some reason it was like only like out of like the I think there was only 3 Filipino. Maybe there were more, but like our school is freaking huge, so it's like hard to keep track of everyone. But like, you know, you kind of had the fobs who like you kind of the hierarchy in our school was like, you know, honors, everyone else, and everyone else. It was like that was it. It
That's
was just
really
hon-
not
what is
hierarchy. That's not even an hierarchy. It's honors.
No, yeah,
and
there's like
everyone
there's
else.
like the white honors kids, and then like I don't know the other
I was
honors
part of
kids,
the
and then
honors
just
kids, but not
everyone
the white
else.
honors.
And then
Like,
luckily,
I was
like a cool honors kid.
I probably was just one. No, there were 2 minorities out of like 20 kids who got like scholarship. Because the reason why I went to college for free was half of it financial aid and half of it was scholarship that I got in high school for being a minority. And I think I was just one out of 2. And the other one was the other Korean girl, because there were only Korean kids in that high school.
Wait, also, were you guys? Did you guys get invited to Sweet 16s?
One.
One.
I got invited to
No,
one.
no,
I
no,
didn't
two. I got invited to
you.
2.
I
I
think.
feel, but I only
One and I didn't go.
Yeah, I only went to one. I got invited to a bunch, but I only went to one because I low key liked the girl, and that was the only reason why I went. That was the only reason why I went. All the
So
other ones,
only
I was
went
like, I don't really care about
2010.
you.
I only went to one because all of my friends didn't have a car, and I'm like, it's so far, so I just stayed. And then, but like there was this one party that was generally close, and me and my neighbor, who happens to be one of my great friends, or like close friends, so we just kind of like walk, but it was like a 20-minute walk.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
What other topics do I have? Oh, we were talking about so another like hard segue into new topics. Okay. So
you done, Harold?
I like
Sorry.
hinted at this before. Do you guys know about Wayfair and what the hell's going
Yo!
on with
Furniture
Wayfair?
company.
They just
Yeah,
sell
I was
furniture, right?
proud
Is it
of-
furniture
like
reseller
like
or
a
something?
scandal.
Okay,
Like,
so
no,
you
no,
seem
no.
to know. You seem to know about it. Explain.
So there is this conspiracy theory that
Wait, is it
So-
still a theory or is this confirmed
it's,
now?
It's conspiracy theory. Like there's, like it would be way fucking bigger right now if it was confirmed.
Okay.
But those listings were also weird. So, someone started noticing that where Wayfair started posting these products that like certain products. Let's say like IKEA would have like Swedish.
I think
names in
I
front
think
of
I heard about it.
And then, like-
they would
Yeah,
name
yeah.
the products after like
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
children or some shit.
So, like, for example, for IKEA is mom closet, but Wayfair would start naming it like real people names. So like Natasha closet or Natasha Dresser, and people started noticing that. But
Fuck.
those closets, those items are the same. It's just different names, and then people started noticing it and connecting
wait,
it
wait.
with
The
like
same
local
item had different names?
yeah, like let's say the same desk, the same exact desk would look the same picture, the same measurements, specs and everything, but different first names. So Natasha, and then one of it would be like Michelle or some shit. And someone started noticing that started connecting it with people who were missing, and then they somewhat connected it with uh sex trafficking and all that shit.
I
And
Wait,
yeah,
This is
they,
what?
I'm
they
I'm,
just
I'm trying to
started
Google this right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
They started-
I just
they
saw
started
something on
making
Reddit, or
Wayfair.
maybe it wasn't Reddit. I saw it on like
Wait.
Facebook. It was like
I
just
saw
a
on
picture of
Facebook.
these listings, but I had no idea what the hell it was about.
Wait,
Yeah, it was like fucking like Natasha indoor closet, and then right next to it would be
Natasha indoor
17-year-old Natasha is missing. And then
Do
the
they
next
think
are you
she's
saying-
in that closet or something?
no, it's like it's the code to if you buy this. Oh, also one fact, one detail is that each closet would cost like $40,000.
What?
Yeah,
For a
I'm
closet?
that was-
seeing that too. I don't
yes,
understand that.
and it's on Wayfair, and it's supposed-
$40,000?
not me. I saw it. I didn't look into it.
But
I just-
like, this is the amount of like conspiracy that this is. It's also just stupid.
That's
like, why
so
would?
left field?
But it's like, if you're gonna freaking sell children, why would you do it on a public-facing website?
Yeah,
Hey.
exactly.
This is so
Yeah,
weird.
they
Wait,
started getting
No, it's
Um,
funny because there's this news article I'm just skimming through. It's Pizzagate level trafficking ring. I remember
Yeah, wait.
Matt was telling us about Pizzagate.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't even wholly
No, I didn't.
understand what the hell Pizzagate was. Like I know
It's
it
like
was
the
something
same
about like
general
All
pedophilia.
I
idea.
said about Pizzagate was that you guys
Person.
remember Kristen? Okay,
Yeah,
some
they all-
person in
one
college
detail too. One
just
detail
raved
too.
about Pizzagate.
Wait,
Don't
what do you-
dox people.
That
can you quickly
names
just
right
explain?
yeah, right next to the names are numbers, but they're low numbers, so people are assuming that those are the age. Like this one,
Oh my
Samiya.
god.
Samiya 5 shelf storage cabinet by Wayfair Utility, $12,899.
What?
And another
Wait a
one,
minute.
Olivia-
Samia? I need to look this
Olivia
up.
storage. I will send the link on our Discord. It will be on shit posting.
For a
There you go.
this is a dresser?
Yes, and then another one is Naraya storage cabinet for $14,500, and another one for Yaritza. And people started
Fuck.
connecting it with people missing.
Wait, what exactly was
another-
Pizzagate? What was the like the conspiracy? Like I know it was something like pedophilia and like priests or something.
No.
But how did that
political
connect to
figures.
pizza?
I don't remember how it connected to
Political
pizza,
figures-
but political
proponents of
figures
the
running
pizza- Proponents of the Pizzagate conspiracy theory claim the emails containing coded messages that several high-ranking Democrats and U.S. restaurants were involved in a human trafficking and child sex ring in the D.C. area.
Wait, but
Why
What?
pizza?
I think
Mhm.
the
were people
keywords-
making like oh let me get this like 24-inch sausage pizza, and that's like code for like oh let me get this like 24 month
5-year-old
baby or some
Somali
shit.
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What?
That's basically what
Really?
the conspiracy
Yeah.
theory is.
Holy shit.
Because the campaign manager of Hillary Clinton, his email account got hacked, and then they leaked the emails. And
And it was all pizza related or something, like it was all Domino's orders.
yeah, or something. I don't know, but that's
That
and
is
then, you know,
such a reach, but like such a Reddit thing to jump to.
It's almost
I don't know. If
4chan
it was, I don't know
level.
where it
not
originated
even
from. I don't
Reddit.
know if it was
Yeah.
Reddit.
But like, or like
I don't know,
4chan.
this
I don't know.
Wayfair
But like,
shit sounds
some,
like really
some
left
sweaty
field.
dude on the internet would like definitely jump to that conclusion.
So yeah, this is the conspiracy for the Wayfair child sex
Wait.
trafficking.
Jesus.
But you, Justin, you mentioned that it was linked to Will Smith.
No. I was asking earlier. Those were two separate topics. Those were
Oh.
two separate topics. Because like
And now,
something came out.
Segue into
something-
our next topic.
Yeah, Okay.
It wasn't related to him. It was just an entanglement.
What does that mean? Okay, what the fuck is happening with Will Smith?
I don't know. You're the one who brought up Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's what I was like.
Dude, does
Apparently,
Jason know?
I don't know the entire story, but apparently, during at some point, if it was established that Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are in an open relationship, but at some point they again I don't know the specific details. At some point they were off, so they weren't officially together, and Jada went to the other person, the younger gentleman, and they had sex, and Jada admitted to it, and she didn't consider it as cheating because one, they were in an open relationship, and second, if they weren't together, which
Oh my god, this is the Ross
made
and
her-
Rachel argument.
which made her address that it was not cheating, it was an entanglement, and entanglement is what made it such a fucking meme right now.
I haven't heard anything about
Well,
this.
I know
I've
they
only
had
seen
like
the memes of entanglement, and I'm like,
It all happened
weren't
when I
they-
was in the phone house, and I'm like, I don't have internet here.
weren't they like not separated but separated like 2 years ago or some shit? Like that's the
Was
last
probably
time.
right. I don't know,
But then like so why is this happening now? Like now she's coming out that she like
because she admitted it. She admitted she has this show with her mother and Willow. It's like some kind of like an open table talk something,
okay.
and it was suggested by her, I believe one of her managers or something, to not bring it up because people started finding it out, and then just the way she was like, oh, I'm not gonna hide it, I'm going to openly talk about it, and that's when it started booming.
The fuck?
Yeah, some Hamilton shit.
It's that Jada and the Will love.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
See,
It's
I was
fucking
like,
crazy.
wasn't this
People
2
are
years
so
ago? Like,
judging
I literally thought this happened 2 years ago. I was like, didn't they have some problem and now they're back together? Because like, I literally thought this was 2 years ago. Like,
Bro, it's
old-
fucking
old
crazy. It
news.
doesn't matter how long it was because people were still judging Jada for dating Tupac back in the fucking 90s. And
Didn't
people
know
are still on that
Jada
shit
dated
now.
Pac.
yeah. Wait, what the fuck?
I didn't know that until until this all came
I
up
was
again.
Half of this, half of
today
us do
years
not
old.
know any of this.
8 years old when I found out that Jada dated Tupac.
The half with the Audio Technicas. The other half has HyperXs.
HyperX's.
All right. What's the time check right now?
Oh yeah, we are at an hour. Do you?
alright.
We can.
See you guys.
Do you guys want one more topic? I don't have a time, but like, if any of you guys want to shoot something real quick before we close off.
No, I'm good.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
cut it off.
Yeah, I don't really know
Gotta-
how to end these things. So I guess we're gonna end right here.
Make
Yeah,
sure to
we
follow
were
my
trying to.
Peter right here.
Yeah, I'll
or
leave all
here.
these guys as.
If you go outside, wear a
Things.
fucking mask.
Wear a fucking
Oh, okay.
mask, please, and be
Yeah.
cautious. Drink water. Fuck them kids.
Are we gonna do this? Is this gonna be weekly? I don't want to make too many commitments because like.
Oh, go. Dude, the last time you made a commitment, we didn't start a new one until 2 years after.
Anyway.
We'll see.
This is-
We'll
this-
we'll
this-
we'll review this and see what works. See
Yeah,
what we
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
improve on,
Th-
refactor,
th-
and
this
publish
has
again.
been the Talk About That podcast. Goodbye.
I'm gonna pee.
Yo, me too. I gotta. Dude.
Oh, it's a good thing I didn't cut the recording yet.